Okay, we're over here at Kroger Park, Bethany Ridge, and we're gonna go see if we can sneak away to that little ditch and get some action shots with the GoFish camera. So, see how it goes. All right, coming up on the spot, right there. Really clear water again, so let's see if we can kind of sneak down there and get a good shot in. Temperature's about 50 something. It's pretty cold. Oh, something just moved, so probably just scared something. Yeah, I see the bass in there too. All right, cool. Okay, so we got the camera. We'll go turn it on with the light. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, light's on. We'll go hit the button here. Once we see that button flashing, we know it's recording. Made that mistake several times. Alright, and you can see the light is on. So let's just check it out here in a moment. Make sure it's tied down. There's the light. And then we got a little worm, power bait worm, and the little nymph. So let's see how that goes. Go attach it to this baby, and hopefully we'll get it to sink, but we'll put a float on it too to help it stay on, or stay off the bottom too, because we got it balanced, neutrally balanced supposedly, but we're gonna make sure. Get one of our other launcher floats here and put it on here just to make sure we have it. I don't know how long we're gonna last here, but it's pretty chilly, so we'll play it by ear. Alright, let's go give this a try. Right here, there's the setup. Let's go check it out. I think I have it set to go about 2 feet down below. So let's just check it out here. Just toss it in there real quick. Oops. Alright, let's go back over here. Alright. Oh, there's a bass looking at it. Oh, it's floating good. Alright. Alright, so I think I just scared some off. So just toss it back under. There we go. I'm just gonna take some line out here. Make sure I'm away from everything. There we go. Just kind of let it. There's a turtle looking at it. Oh man, I figured it's cold to be turtle time. Get the turtle out of there. Let's try this again. Well, I splashed it. Let's go do it again. Toss it way in there. And backlash now. We got light, so let's see what that does. And I can see that it's neutrally balanced really well, so that float's working out pretty good. We'll just lay that there real quick. Okay, so laid the GoFish camera right in that drainage ditch. You can see there's some darkness out in the background over there, and well, you can see some of these fish kind of checking things out. And so, like we thought the other day when we came out here, there were some definite bluegill. In fact, we caught one, and there's some bass out in the distance. You can see just in the background. Looks like several bass kind of lurking in there. They're not the big bruiser that we saw the other day, but it's good to know that there are some fishies in here, especially some of those bass. Also threw me was a turtle, a lot of turtles. In fact, that first turtle actually went for the power bait, so bummer on that, and had to go and reset, and unfortunately I think we scared away some of these guys. But after we let it sit for a little bit and soak there, we started getting some of these guys starting to come back in and take a look. I think they may be attracted to the light more than the power bait worm itself. So, hey, whatever it takes to get them to come to take a look and maybe get a good underwater action shot. And so in this case, we're scouting basically and confirming that yes, there are some fish in this drainage ditch, this culvert. It's like a little concrete thing that goes over the road, and it feeds water into the pond, and we just call it the feeder creek and the drainage ditch. And so far, as you can see another turtle coming up here now. In fact, I think he's going to come a little bit closer here shortly. But in the background, you can also see those fish, bluegill and bass. And I think later on, you might even get a glimpse of a nicer sized bass go by. But oh well, let's go reset things. Okay, reset this one, and was hoping to get another action shot of a fish, but as it turns out, it's another turtle. So even though it's really cold, these turtles are still out there. That was a new lesson learned for yours truly. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and reset this one again and see if we can get a better angle or a better shot. Okay, we've got it reset, and we're just going to let it soak again, and hopefully anything we scared off will eventually start coming in. And as we speed up the video, you'll start seeing these bass start showing up. So here's one, and I think there's some other ones in the background that you'll just barely see. Oh, yeah, there's one. And kind of was like this for a little bit, and I suspect that there's some other bass way back in there. They just don't want to come out and play. And then as we advance the video and the GoFish camera kind of moves outside of the drainage area, kind of more in the open, you'll start seeing some other fish start showing up, as well as a nice sized one that's going to come in from behind. So it came from the pond up the feeder creek most likely and came right into in the camera view. So there's some bluegill starting to play around, and I think give it a little bit, you'll see something kind of show up, and maybe it's the bass, or maybe, well, there it is again, another turtle. And shortly after this turtle, you'll see his buddy. Let's see if he shows up. There he is. There's that bass, and I think that's that bass that we scared earlier in the feeder creek. And judging by the little Coke bottle or beer bottle that's in the ditch, that's maybe double, or maybe double and a half of a Coke bottle. So pretty nice size bass for something that's kind of lurking in the feeder creek. But again, not as big as the one that we saw the other day when we came out here. Back to the main pond here. We're just going to see if we can get something to get a view of the maybe a bass or somebody lurking in the pond here. It's really cold though. I don't know how much more I'm going to last. Okay, so in true fishing addict style, yours truly kept at it until, well, I lasted until the light went out on the GoFish camera. So here I am. I was just casting out the GoFish camera and then kind of dragging it in slowly, trying to see if I can get anything to look and maybe strike at the power worm. Some interesting things. Saw some bread on the water. Able to see that also by the pier that some folks have been throwing some bread, but unfortunately didn't see any fish kind of lurking around. And in this shot, didn't really see anything. In this next shot, I think there's a bass that you'll kind of see come in the view. Yeah, there he is. He's just kind of lurking away here. So that one actually looks pretty good. Anyways, that was, I think, the only bass that we saw this round. Actually, there's two of them in there, it looks like. Alright, we went up here now. Let's go check it out and see. Water's really clear. You can also see it's kind of barren looking. So not seeing much activity, but who knows? Maybe there is something here. Okay, so for the rest of the video, we kind of just let the video run, and what we saw was mainly bluegill. I think the occasional bass came by, as well as those turtles again. And I think there's a couple of places where I recast it out, and it sits in one spot for a good while. And I did see some bass out in the outside of that dark area. It started getting dark on us, and I don't think the camera got them, but at least saw about 3 or 4 bass outside of that green lighted area, kind of lurking about, and I think they were attracted to that green LED light. So, hey, good news there. Just unfortunately, none of them wanted to take the bait. And other than that, good to takeaways or lessons learned is, well, there's bass active, even though the waters are cold over here in these local ponds, as well as bluegill. And then, well, guess what? Turtles are active too. So be aware of that when you're out there, out and about, when you're fishing. That, well, I always thought they hibernated, but guess what? There's one right there. Anyways, once this guy goes, I think I recast it out because I think he pulled the line, and the rest of the time I'm just kind of checking out some of these bluegill. And again, I don't think there's any bass that come by. But that said, hey, howdy for this guy. All right, we'll just go ahead and let this video run and check it out. And if you do like what we're doing, let us know. Like and subscribe, and hopefully we get some more of these videos out there for you. All right, next time we'll catch you other, and good luck and good fishing.